In this build series, I'll show you how I turned a 1/24th scale model of a 1967 Volkswagen bus into a rusted, dystopian jet-powered anti-gravity monster of the skies. Welcome to the Wasteland Workshop.
Okay, let's go.
Let's take a look at the inside today. We're going to concentrate on the center console and the gear shift levers down inside there. So the Albatross is a single seat vehicle, a common theme for a handful of my cars. This will be number 8 of the single seat vehicles. This yellow piece is a center console from another vehicle that I had in my inventory. I've had it for years. I've been waiting to use it. Finally have the chance. I placed it on its side so the gauges face the driver. The shape of this piece oriented towards the driver should give it a cockpit feel. Since the console is now on its side, I'll need to fill the empty cavity with linkages, wires, and hoses. Something to fill that empty space. So here I am adding a brake drum, just a detailed piece to put in there. Looks convincing. Here we're testing the fit to see if there's any interference. So I'm going to mount some flight controls angled towards the driver. I'm going to drill some holes and we'll bend some styrene and make some shift levers. I'm using a drill bit that is the same diameter as the styrene rod I'll be using, so it's a snug fit. And for a little extra detail, I'm going to cut some tiny pieces of styrene tube to use as a bezel that'll go around these flight control handles. Add detail wherever you can. We're just going to glue the 3 of these on and then make some shift handles or flight control handles. So I'm gonna just melt some of this styrene rod. It's a very small diameter. I think it's 0.35. And we're just gonna bend a couple 90-degree angles, making 3 handles. And this is how I make a shifter knob, by just melting the long end and then pressing it against the hard surface to deform the end into a, looks like a grip. And then we'll just glue them on inside the bezels we made. And then repeat with the other 2. So now we have a couple flight control handles. In here, I found a Gundam part and a piece of bent styrene, just for some extra details to put behind that console. You can see there's a big space there that needs to be filled. Here's a little glimpse of the flight yoke. And you see that little hole there? We're going to cover it with a smaller hole. And then we're going to make our final shift lever or flight control. We're going to take that styrene and plug that tiny hole we made. And now you have another flight control. Here we're adding 3 hydraulic lines to the back of the console. This will be the last step in the video. Going to use small diameter tube and rod, just as we did in the previous step with the flight controls. And we're just going to make some hydraulic lines that run out and 90-degree down into the floorboard. And here are the hydraulic lines. I've already bent them. And we're just gonna glue them in. There'll be a tight enough fit they'll hold. Just like we did with the flight control. I'm just gonna angle these down to the floor. Get them all evenly spaced. And we place it where it goes. Looks good. So here's the final build. I wanted to show you the inside of what we made. Not the biggest part of this kit, but you know, all the pieces are significant. Here's a look down into the interior. You'll see a couple parts have changed on that center console. Things just didn't fit quite right. But hey, it's a masterpiece of modern technology right there. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see the next video in the series, please click the link above. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.